Hello YouTube, this is Krenos43 with yet another Out of the Box. And this time we've got the Book of All Darkness. It is vile. It is dark. It's a D&D product, and it is very much a book. Kind of. This is actually, I think, my first video of 2012, as you can see behind me here. Locale has changed a little bit. I just moved. So, you know, things happen and roommates bolt on you, but you know what? We're going to move past that. We're going to talk about this. Inside here, we have a 96-page DM book with chapters describing evil villains and campaigns, a host of vile monsters, magic items, organizations, traps and hazards, terrain, diseases, and curse, and a short adventure featuring the Book of All Darkness artifact. A player's book featuring feats, character themes, paragon paths, and epic destinies, and a map. All for the unbelievably low price of $30. So all we gotta do is slide it open. Let's do the map first. I mean, it's a map. Whoop. It's a map that's stuck in the middle. This is why I don't do editing, folks, because then you get to see me fail with maps. It looks like we've got some rocky terrain on one side here. And on the other side, we got this big, shiny, circly, colorful, trippy thing. This is probably some sort of ruins of some kind and whatnot. But moving past that, we've got the player's book is really, really tiny. Let's see what we've got inside. Yep, this is the player's book. Evil adventuring groups, playing evil, understanding the implications. You're freaking evil. Do you really care about the implications? Evil gods, divine magic, martial evil, primal evil, sonic evil, shadow evil. The character themes. These are fun. I love character themes. They started being introduced with the Dark Sun campaign setting, and they just add flavor to the character. Like here's one, a disgraced noble. The first thing you get is Dirty Deed. Melee. One creature granting combat advantage to you. You use your highest ability modifier, +3 versus reflex, and the target falls prone. And one ally of yours adjacent to the target can make a melee basic attack, which is pretty good, in my opinion. Moving on, we've got Paragon Pads, the Blood Crazed Berserker. You need to be fighter, you need to be evil. First benefit at level 11 is when you spend an action point to use an attack power. Your charge gets a +2 power bonus to attacks and +4 power bonus to damage. You also get a +2 to saves against dazed, dominated, immobilized, restrained, and stunned. And you get an attack. When you hit an enemy with a melee basic attack using a weapon, they take a 1 weapon extra damage from the attack and is dazed till the end of your next turn. That isn't horrible. Let's see if we can find ourselves a epic destiny of fun in here. Are there any epic? Oh, there's one epic destiny, the Exemplar of Evil. You increase 2 ability scores by 2 at 21st level, on top of, you know, what already happens. When you kill at 24th level, when you kill a creature with an attack, its space becomes a zone that lasts till the end of your next turn. While in the zone or adjacent to it, any enemy of yours takes -2 to attack rolls and grants combat advantage. Well, that's pretty good. I'd read the rest, but then there'd be nothing left for you. Then a whole slew of feats. Just a random one, Disciple of Tyranny. Charisma 13. When you use your second wind on your turn, one ally who can hear you can shift 3 squares as a free action. Not bad. I mean, it's a small book. It's 1/3 the size of this book with the shiny cover. The Dungeon Master book. This has Monsters, Dark Rewards, the Vile Tome. It actually has the Book of Vile Darkness in it. Vile Encounters, Evil Campaigns, Evil Unmastered. You know what? I'm going to skip all the crap. I'm going to skip, all this other stuff, how to DM evil. Let's see what the Book of Vile Darkness does. It's a Paragon level artifact. It's an implement tome. It's essentially +4, so +4 attack and damage, +4 d6 damage, or 4d10 against non-evil creatures on a crit. You get a +3 item bonus to Arcana checks, History checks, Religion checks. Implement attack powers using the tome deal 2d10 extra damage to good aligned targets. Whenever you gain a corruption point from using a power granted by the tome, an ally within 5 squares you also gets a corruption point. If you are chaotic evil, all non-evil creatures must make opportunity attacks against you when you provoke them. Once per day, when you hit an enemy with an attack using this tome, the enemy takes a d10 extra damage, you get a corruption point. Utility, once per encounter. When an enemy gains an effect, the save can end from an attack power. The enemy takes a -2 to saves until the triggering effect ends. You get a corruption point. Keep going. Once per day, when you miss with an encounter attack power using this tome, the miss becomes a hit. You get a corruption point. Once per day, when you use a summoning power, the summoned creature gets a +2 bonus to all defenses, and its attacks deal a d10 extra damage, and you get a corruption point. Wow, that's a lot of corruption points. But of course now the question is, what do corruption points do? Each time a character who is not chaotic evil uses a power with a corruption effect, he or she must immediately make a save. On a save, the character takes 5 damage per tier. On a failed save, the character gets a corruption point. When a character's corruption points equal his or her highest ability modifier, the character's alignment shifts 1 step towards chaotic evil. Lawful good to good, good to unaligned, and so on. The character's corruption point total then drops to 1 + 1 for each time the character's alignment has shifted. A character can remove any corruption points gained by using the Remove Affliction ritual, undergoing a Crest for Atonement, or some other powerful magic as the DM decides. DMs should consider adding corruption effects to other aspects of their Vile Darkness campaign. For example, a DM might rule that a character with the cultist theme, who uses a ritual sacrifice to kill a helpless prisoner, has gained a corruption point. The slow but exonerable slide into wickedness and depravity can be modified, or can be modeled with corruption effects. I like this. I usually don't do evil. I swear, I honestly usually don't do evil games. This would actually be something really fun to do. I might have to consider doing an evil campaign at one point in time. Anyway, that's really it. I mean, can't spoil this for you too much because that would ruin the fun of you looking at it, right? Anyway, coming up next, hopefully, there's 3 TCG products coming out. We've got Magic Dark Ascension, we've got Crown of the Heavens for the World of Warcraft card game, and Emperor Edition for L5R. I do want to do all 3. And I will do L5R Emperor Edition. Anyway, take care. Peace.